Nivera tries to play off the turret's contact, but no damage done just yet. So it looks like G2 will find their way in.
Not completely. To an extent, yes, they have at least kind of hell control. And I say that very lightly because look at Kellogg's. He's down to 42 HP. The lid did come out, and while that happened, Scream isolated Nookie. Now the play back in through short. It's Yampi finding 2 quick kills. And this is Liquid just really finding some nuanced time to that. That wasn't the full sight take. The rest just trying to find anything they can, but you can already see the rotations coming in. The contacts had towards A. So again, they should be pretty well situated here.
Just thinking back against that. Oh, actually. Scream's got himself tucked up, right? Opposite Sub-Rosa, actually. I don't know if Mixwell's even aware of this, but let's come back to the interview. Just the concept of coming out swinging here, setting the precedent early in this series, and particularly on the first map, as Scream will find
one enemy
not just the one, but 3.
Unleash the Scream. Link's still playing towards short. Got a nice angle to play with, but Kellogg's with a great start towards Soulcast. Wow. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if Soulcast was just out in the open there. Kellogg's will double down, but Link with the response here. Themselves in. Link can't really challenge any further here, so the spike will be planted. G2 will have their first opportunity at the post plant.
And again, we talk about 3 alive. We talk about keeping those rifles up, not losing too much here. This is G2 having substantially more firepower, and all of those rifles coming out, they should convert this round. Now, if Liquid approaches purely from the fact of, well, we just want to get one more gun away. That's it. That's all we want to do. Round, well, maybe a bit too far, but this is the problem. Someone like Nuki's position is filthy to play against. That's going to be kind of that final blow here. Hopefully the Kellogg's and Nivova get the contact. They do, which is exactly what they wanted, and Kellogg's here. This man, we saw it before, when he gets those hot games, he's hard to handle, but Nivera's got himself a rifle. And that's already 2 kills. That's perfect. That's all he needed to do. This is huge for them. And Nivova, well, Nivera's been good at this spot too. And you've got the swing on the contact. You've got 3 different angles to work from. And they've actually kind of skipped the queue. You've got Scream catching them as they trying to get towards that catwalk side. But Kellogg's finding Soulcast. There it is. The brothers in arms finding good combinations on these swings. Scream playing perfectly off the back of this. And is left Nivova on his own. Has got himself the rifle though, so this is big. He's still got a chance, but that spike is a bit of an issue. He has to cross back through and collect it and then work his way back out. And yeah, he's got the cross.
Solid right now. G2 will actually re-aggress on the back of that. The flash comes through again, confirmation of what they already know.
Clean. In any of these rounds, keep your anti-ecos clean. We saw yesterday that being actually a big issue. A little bit of a lazy swing, but not the perfect one. Nivera going to be punished a little for that. Not quite recoverable yet, though. That rifle's just out of reach, but they could try and get to it. Actually, they don't. They try and isolate, which actually works very well. Soulcast is being pinned down backside. He's been punished twice now towards this. No fault of his own, but merely excellence from G2, making sure it's a problem. And now this gets a little dicey. Look at Nookie. Got himself that rifle. And now Mixwell. Oh, put your knife away. Oh, it's over, isn't it? Scream's found him. And now this is where all those problems really start to compress. If we're going to try and probably play on the edge of this, Link and Yampi together in combination, working through towards those stairs, and Nookie a little bit further back towards the back box of sight. Scream taking his time. Maybe talking about what they want to do with this. The quick trade's going to put himself on the line. There's a trade for it. That's what you wanted. And now Nookie presented a 1v2. The man's capable. He did have the rifle, and he's got the time on his side. Doesn't get a chance for it. Link comes back through, and the retake is their team. Scream tries to swing ahead. Now, the problem is Nookie's got him. Now this puts a lot of pressure on this man. He is already going to be smoked off and forced away. Seekers have come through. Kellogg's is now looking towards the site. Link is there, but he's kind of trapped in no man's land. Tried to play ahead of the utility, get maybe a little bit more stay towards being stuck in hell. And this is Kellogg's finding some form here, and you need that. We talk about the win condition for G2, and he is one of them.
Yeah, Soulcast on the other side of this smoke up in heaven. It's going to take a lot of damage here on the back of that. Looks like it just will retrieve the operator.
Scream this time dealt with early. Soulcast towards the stairs, spotting one on the cross. That should be called out. Mixwell is now unleashed. Kellogg's is creeping his way forward. So hyper aware of these angles. You know how he's going to approach this one. It's a beautiful play from him. And the last 3 are pretty much tucked towards CT with very little play to this. No, Nookie's not going to let that slip. Yampi's gone. And that op may want to be contained and controlled and kept hold of.
Kellogg fiddling himself there, trying to get up on top of the wall to at least challenge. But again, noting the operator. I think G2 have a pretty good idea of where Link and Nivera are going to see out the rest of this round. But I mean, G2 finding success once again, and when they identify they can fight again in this round, particular lesser weaponry, but Soulcast almost feels like a punching bag right now. They're pressuring constantly to get onto B site. Let's see, actually, we've seen a couple of variations, especially with that. Those early pieces towards B main to at least take control or at least find that information early on. Couple of exits. Link will fall, and actually will. G2 cautious in approach.
Does he stick on it? He does. That's a overcourt. A little bit of a nice result after that final exchange in the prior round, but they can still aggress through short. They have site pretty much for grabs. It looks postured for a retake at this point. There's no one actually playing dedicated on site. It's more.
Well, they have the lockdown.
Deeper.
So I think the plan here is don't give anybody away. Keep this man advantage and make it as easy as possible for them, I guess, on the way back in. I think Navira positioned up on the box to do so. And everybody's here now, though, so that should be the green light.
In combination, and away we go. Lockdown is destroyed, but it's enough to be able to get this one started already. 2 quick picks, and Liquid do at least have a man up until Nuki makes his debut here. 3 big kills. Scream, yes, he gets 1, and now we're down to the 1v1. Coldamenta against Navera. And, well, time-wise, he knows he's done for. If Coldamenta plays this out, as I imagine... Does he?
No.
No. No, he doesn't. Okay, okay.
Leaving 1 member, Scream actually inside market. Again, they're almost going to give him a pocket to play out of once again with the smoke.
Yep. Scream on the swing. He's dealt with. That's now danger mostly removed. Yes, there is still a Marshall and some odds and ends in play, but this is comfy for G2. They'd already shown that they had such diligence on this B approach. I'm not that worried in this round unless maybe Liquid went for like a stack or something a little bit out of the ordinary. When the first pick comes in and is Scream, you're like, okay, we've got what we need here. Now the last 2, Link and Yampi. Okay, well, maybe it's not over just yet. Yampi's finding some of that fine finish form. Not gonna get another. No, Nuki got leading the way, and it looks like Yampi's still very much aware this could be the adjustment, and they're actually coming over this way. You can see the lean coming through. There's the flash that will, if anything, really confirm it. Spike now noted, 13 seconds. Yampi is just getting the freest fights of his life. 1v1s, they're all just so simple for him. He puts full faith in his brother and looks towards main. Shots now ring out. This is easy for Scream. The timing was not right then for G2. The swing between each other. Kellogg's unable to make the most of it, and Scream still stands here. He's not going to fall off. He's going to walk back in. Another for Scream, who's just racking up the bodies as they try and make their play. He falls away and says, hold on, there's more coming through here. Let's sit back a little bit, play it smarter. And now information will be garnered as soon as they step through this. They now know everything coming through, and it's a matter of timing. And there is relayed through. Scream is thriving. 11 seconds. Mixwell. This one a little bit beyond yet, and Soulcast denies it.
Try and force their way back in through market. A much quicker hit this time, right?
We saw the indecision before on screen that he was pinched then in that position. His aggression was a problem, but now Yampi doesn't find what he needs. Nuki gonna punish with that hero rifle. Scream now called into action through market. He's gonna find one in the back. Kellogg's goes down. That's a big scalp removed here. A little bit of a look in. Nuki now knows it. They both know of each other's position. The Lear comes out, and now here we go. They want to bounce off this one, and there it is. Good trade, but better work from Coldamenta. Navera being lost means that there's still a player advantage sitting for G2, and it leaves it all down to Soulcast. The spike's ticking. He's got 3 to find. Flash. They know where he's at. It's all coming up good for G2 now in this post plant. The first fight now found, and yeah, everything perfectly tuned up by G2 here. I love that switch up a pace through market. Really well identified. G2 Kellogg's towards heaven. Yampi first bite of the cherry. Does at least get a bit of a tag there, but an equal trade down. Nuki still tucked on the side. They know he's around somewhere, and that was Jet that they were fighting. So now Mixwell, timing's everything. Does he get it just right? That's the question. Scream's been lost, but there's a trade. Yampi makes it all the way towards hell. And he sends Kellogg's right down towards it too. A 4v3 now.
30 seconds left.
So Mixwell unable to really get too much. That frenzy playing on door. Oh, actually, stack up. It will be 2 towards heaven. Mixwell still on shore. We might actually look for an upgrade here. Retrieve that Sheriff. A lots to do here, and a difficult crossfire to dig out from hell. Actually, a team flash is going to slow things down even further.
Yeah, and they didn't get any confirmation for it. Navera's going to just thrive in that, isn't he? Coldamenta gets found, and these positions are very complementary, and they're going to hold. Team Liquid and nice.
Sure, there's no flank.
One down.
Again, should be a formality at this point. Yampi will find 2. Soulcast another. think here it's going to be difficult for G2 to do any damage at all, to be honest with you, the way Liquid are playing this set. Moving as a unit. Desperate.
Time pulls the attention, and Yampy on the drive-by, but Nuki needs some success, and he finds the first step. Nivera going down is pretty important, and there's a second. That's
huge.
Massive. Now he can refocus towards the rest of the play that's coming through on middle, but Yampy's got the knives out, so this is a little bit of a different look here. This now suddenly changes things up a little bit. And it's got him meant to find Soulcast, basically, with absolutely no vision on it. Over on the other side, drive-by from Scream. I mean, if you've got Spectres, you've got to make something happen with them.
That's the most effective use of that weapon as well. Let's see here is actually Kellogg's getting pretty close.
30 seconds
Back
left.
through B main here. Again, all the information.
There's no way they expect this timing, right?
He's very early on this, but we'll find the first. And now just Scream called upon in a 1v2.
If there's any player, it would be Scream, and he's got the big boy armor, he's got the rifle that he picked up en route. But how do you dice this up? You try and find a fight quickly. An isolated 1v1. He gets a little bit of a shot at it. Didn't quite get what he wanted. Expects Cold Dementor on the push-up. Again, a missed shot here, but he knows now he's in trouble. The net has been closed.
Slow things down, which is pretty lucky. If you look at that from a minimap perspective, it's almost like Liquid could have found a gap.
Yeah, they certainly could have for a second. Of Over's vision now removed, but he holds his nerve, patiently waiting, talking to Nuki to, oh, swing, don't worry, I got you in a second. No, I don't. Yampy's found him. There's the swing, and he only gets one for it. I thought he might have been able to find a second, but Nivera with the deny, and now the spike going to go down. 3 to play it back in. Only one Spectre left in this, which will be with Mix, while the other 2 rifled up. No one close towards Cat, 3 towards Sight, and then the split. Just checking the backside in case there was anyone there. And so it begins. G2 first walking through. Link sitting really deep on this.
Indeed, we'll catch a team flash as they try and clear out, but again, Link now in a perfect position to swing on the back of this, but may not be necessary. Cold Dementor will fall to the operator. I think actually, Mixwell considering the save alongside Kellogg's. What? Never has found another wallbang. That was all the way from backside.
Again, at least they're stacked in the right place. 4 players somewhat leaning this way, so here's hoping. Maybe not. Yeah, easy stuff so far for Liquid. No real threats coming from this, not feeling overwhelmed, or this stack was going to be an issue of Over can't make it through, and then Scream just appears next to you. Okay, that's not bad, though. That's a little upgrade. You take that. Falls away, but they have given up the site for this. Spike can be planted. Just a second or 2 before they go for it.
And this is tough to break through. Again, Nuki without a weapon, he's got to find something on the way in from heaven on a classic nonetheless. Turret doing all the work for them. We'll find that there. Nivera actually, I'm not sure who initially did that damage, but over down to 20 HP now and forced to just do further damage, and back at least has to respect this now. Actually, the Cosmic Divide to follow up on that. Hunter's Fury popped as well from Soulcast just to clear out that corner where Mixwell was actually hiding. Kellogg's is going to be tagged behind the Cosmic Divide. Scream actually doesn't opt to follow up on that, but again, a huge early round victory for Liquid. Again, get themselves comfortably set up now in a 5-man post plant of Over looming on this flank. Link will be the first one to deal with.
First challenge, a failure. Link gonna succeed in that if Over doesn't get what he needs. And this is a save. Honestly, it looked like a save from that divide.
From the get-go.
Yeah. As soon as that pick came in and they had that site control so early and so well-rounded, even if, let's say, you had that success against Link, it's the next step where there's still 4 bodies on the site that's incredibly hard to crack. However, they keep the 2 rifles. Well, they've got to know what's coming their way now. G2 should have a really good idea, especially now. It's pretty much as all-in as you're going to get.
Actually, throw the Cosmic Divide up pretty early, and again, this time to box offside, different to how we saw Link utilize it previously. Again, I mean, Liquid, they can just hit the brakes here. No love lost here, and they will get front sight control at least. The problem being, Avova's going to be stuck here.
Yeah, what could Avova do? And he's the one with the Spectre. Oh, this is looking real rough, and it is Yampy just going to stride on through. And Liquid take the side, and it looks a little bit of a weak hold from G2. They don't have that second layer to this. They've had to just give up the site at this point.
Yampy gets a jump scare.
And look at this stack towards Hell, man. Okay, let's say you expect 1. You got 4 players down there. This is going to be weird as anything. Good flash, though. They're going to eat that one. Can they get the kill off the back of it? No. Scream still stands, and he still holds. Nice work from Quelix and Cordamenta. That's big work from Nuki. And now it's all looking better for G2. Finally, Pivera straight away.
God. It's actually, that's painful to watch, because like we said, the previous round, the first time we really saw them explore, and now it's like, well, there was nobody there last time. We'll walk it again.
Force of the res, though, so back up towards 5. Scream feeling a little bit of pressure coming through. The Seeker's going to be coming out as well. Cordamenta trying to dissuade this, keep control as best he can. I don't think he got a tag with that either, so a little bit of a problem in that regard, but Soulcast going to work his way up short. Avova on the other side, flash him in. Does he swing? No. There's a whole lot of bodies there, and probably the right choice for Avova to sit back on this one. And again, sight will be Liquids, but once again, we get put into this retake position.
It's actually crazy how quickly that's happened. There's 3 separate pressure points there, or contact points created by Liquid, and then they capitalize on it. Avova on a platter for Scream.
Oh, they're
Won't be able to reset yet. They don't have a lot of options now. They have to fight Scream.
Ah, he just ate that flash. He's dead. He's gone. Mixwell. Lovely work from that flash, creating them a little bit of space to get past short. Now they can focus towards the side. Mixwell's doing well. Yampy's used a ghost and found 2 kills.
Sure.
I don't know what's in the Finnish water, but it's not looking too bad as Cordamenta taps the spike. Looking for the player on the other side. No one's giving him any room to breathe. No peeks available. He's just getting a little bit of a glimpse of Link, but it's Yampy on the swing, and it's 12. It's not completely unusable, but it's tough. And now the timing.
This is terrible. Actually, well, perfect for Liquid, because they're cleared right behind this wall.
Oh, the triple face, and all the trades are effective. This puts all the weight of this game basically on Kelix's shoulders here. Lockdown comes in, spam comes out, Scream's found him without even basically seeing him. And now a 4v2. Cordamenta and Avova presented a near-on impossible scenario as Liquid played the timing and the pacing so perfect here. They're feeling that strain. Scream putting himself as the man forward. Happy to take that first challenge. Spam again, effective. Avova's down to 21 HP.
If they can really get anything done here, looks like Liquid, at least Scream's going to play very close contact, but still playing passively, not necessarily overextending. The alarm bot going to give away some of this information.
1 enemy remaining.
Wow, just like that. Said they're going to play a little passively. Scream will hop up onto lane, find the first Soulcast, will clean things up. So a 13-8